Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Reboot Something podcast. Today, I am here with my fellow interns to finish out our second intern podcast and our final intern podcast for the spring 2025 cohort. So today, I have with me...
My name is Wyatt Rock. I'm from Salem, West Virginia. I'm one of the engineering interns, and I'm glad to be here.
My name is Jared Dempsey. I'm from Fairchance, Pennsylvania. I'm also one of the engineering interns, and I'm also happy to be here.
My name is Brianna Jones. I'm from Clarksburg, West Virginia. I'm also an engineering intern, and I'm happy to be joined with you guys.
My name is Jaylee McDuff. I'm from Milford, Delaware. I'm also an engineering intern, and I'm excited to be here.
I am excited as well. And I am Farrah Ahmed. I am the host for today's podcast. And yeah, it's just so good to get together with you guys one last time. I don't even want to think about it being over after Friday. So we will dive right into the questions. With my first being, how did this internship challenge you in a good way?
Well, to start, I feel it challenged me to be out of my comfort zone, but in the best way possible. If we were doing something I feel like most of the projects we've worked on I was unfamiliar with, and I didn't learn anything from schooling, or just I haven't learned it yet. So I had to do a lot of research and really apply myself, and I was constantly out of my comfort zone, but I'm not saying that's a bad thing. So
Definitely. That's a great answer. You can't grow in your comfort zone, So that's awesome.
I'd say probably the biggest challenge for me was the SE 200. It was really hard to study such an intense exam and all of the material that we went over. But I think we did a really good job. It definitely took some discipline and willpower to get through all of those modules.
Yeah. I'm sure. I remember whenever you guys were researching about it and finding articles that said people who had worked for a year, 2 years with it, they were still failing. So for you guys to step into something you'd never seen and turn it around to a passing exam in such a short amount of time is so impressive. So you guys should be proud of yourselves. That's definitely a good challenge.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would 100% agree. It was definitely the SC 200 exam. Yeah. That was definitely probably the most challenging part of everything. It was just all the information that we had to study and learn in such a short amount of time was definitely very challenging.
For sure.
It definitely felt like something we could, I could just not do good at it, and I did. And it was a different way of studying that I hadn't done before. But I'm glad we got through it. It was cool.
Yeah.
Good experience.
So now you have a solid certification to carry out of this, and then I'm sure that sets you guys up so well. So that's awesome. So yeah, for me, a challenge for me was just really understanding where my strengths and weaknesses lie in working with a team, working with myself, in the marketing world, what wasn't working, so which is valuable to me. I think that was a huge challenge, was just finding a middle ground and all of that. So what is something you've learned about yourself throughout your time here?
Maybe I guess that I do better at speaking in front of people than I thought I did. I feel like I keep learning that as I go on, as I come out of my shell more, that I can just kind of word what I want to say, and I feel more comfortable speaking in front of people than I ever have. And that's a big thing that this helped me work on, was just having to speak in front of people every day. Really made me feel a lot better about it.
That's true. You pretty much always run the stand-ups now. So that's
I just hit share screen, that's all I do.
Oh, that's huge still. I mean, yeah.
No, thank you.
It's huge. So I can definitely notice a difference from a first day of meeting you to now. It's very
thank you.
casual, and so that's awesome. That kind of confidence building.
I feel like I've learned to be more confident in my capabilities. When we first started, I feel like I was shy, and maybe since it was my first, professional experience, I may have psyched myself out, and it may have held me back to begin with. But as we've went on in the internship, I've seen myself kind of break out of my shell, be like, actually, I can do this. And even if I'm faced with something I'm not familiar with, I know I have the resources to teach myself and come up and bring value. So
that's awesome. You do bring value, and yeah, I think for me as well, and I know you all relate, but the confidence from this summer has skyrocketed, and I think it's just nice to have that feel of like, you know, just such a team like Trilogy, to get a feel for working with them. And I mean, first of all, I'm sure we're spoiled in that experience, but it was a great learning experience. So the confidence is like invaluable that I've gained in it. So, all right. Can you describe a moment when you felt like, yes, I'm finally getting it? Was there anything like that whenever you were working on your asset management, or maybe the exam again?
Definitely the exam. Yeah. I was very shocked when I passed it, but it finally felt like all of my hard work really meant something, and it allowed us to start working on the secure score, which we just hit our goal, so yay.
Yes, that is incredible.
Say for me, it's probably when we first saw the secure score increasing for the first time, like once our policies actually went through into production, that was like the first time I was like, okay, this is like, we saw it working, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. You see all that hard work from the whole summer. So.
Yeah, I think like you said, the inventory management, the asset tracking kind of stuff, that was, looking at it at first, it sounded really daunting, and it still was like a really big task, but just after however many weeks, I looked at it again, I was like, oh wow, we have like something really working here. Like this, we've got systems and like pattern and like a way that this makes sense. It's not just like jumbled mess. We did it, we made this look really good.
Right.
I feel for me it was the Intern portal. So when I first logged in after I passed my exam, I'm like, but then after a couple YouTube videos and just utilizing some resources, I feel today like I know exactly where to go to create a policy, and like I don't even have to think about it anymore. So
that's awesome. I bet like from coming in to seeing all these tasks, because I feel like whenever we first learned about our epics, I remember you guys being like, can we do this? And so now, fast forward to now, seeing all the progress that you guys made, you know, hitting those milestones that 3 months ago you guys were like, no way we can do that. I'm sure that feeling is so fulfilling, and especially being able to take all of the knowledge you've learned with you beyond this is like invaluable. So I'm glad that you guys are feeling that kind of like fulfilling, just finally, like I'm getting it, you know. The secure score was really cool. I remember getting the text from Wyatt like last week that you guys had hit it, and like 5% more too, right? It was like 85 at the time.
Oh, we were like a little bit above it at the time. Cool. It was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you're right, Brianna, those portals are awful to look through. So when you start learning how to actually use it.
It really it takes time, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Yay. What was it like working with your mentor? Is there any advice from them that you're going to carry with you beyond our internship here?
You know, Mike, my mentor was like, he gave me so much like advice in a professional way, but also in like a personal life kind of way. Like he really did kind of blend both. And, you know, one that he stuck with me is to do, how do I word it? I'm losing it now. He was explaining that I should do what I want to do, and don't force myself into something like a corner of my professional career that I don't really want to be stuck in, and kind of a dead end spot for me. Like, if I want to go do something, like reach out for it, and don't be afraid to challenge yourself with new things to be able to get where you want to go. Yeah.
That's great advice. Good job, Mike.
Good job, Mike.
I would say for me is Jonathan has like taken a lot of time out just to give me little things to work on from like what he does, so, like some of the AWS stuff, and like he would actually go through like do security stuff and show me it to like make sure that like, hey, this is what it's actually like. Do you want to do this? Do you want to get into this? And he would show me what it really looks like to do like penetration testing and all kinds of stuff. So that was really cool to get into with him, and I'm definitely going to remember that for a while. So.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something you can definitely like use later on, and whenever it comes up, you're going to be like, oh, this is familiar. I've done this before. But I feel the same for Kayla. Like Kayla was my mentor, and I met with her almost every day of the internship, but she was always there for me for any questions or anything I needed. And like, although right now I can't think of like any word for word advice she's given me, I feel so lucky to have that relationship with her, and I hope to have her as like a mentor beyond Trilogy as well, because I mean, we talked every day this summer. I'm gonna miss her. So, I mean, yeah, I feel very lucky. She was just kind of like jack of all trades, ready to do anything, even beyond my entity. Like just her normal day-to-day plate is insane, and she tackles it like a beast. So, just watching her and the way that she operates is just, that's like motivation enough for me to carry on through, because she's just so impressive. So, yeah, I love you, Kayla. Thank you.
I feel Stephanie and I have built such a great connection, and there's just so many great things I can say about her. She always carves out time each week to meet with me. She has such a busy schedule. I would say the best thing, or the most valuable thing I can think of right now, everything's valuable. All of our meetings are very productive. But the thing I will carry on with me is she went out of her way to make a list of certifications for me. And I know I will be texting her a year from now and be like, hey, I just got the certification you recommended to me. So she's just such a great woman, and I aspire to reach her level of success. So
We love Stephanie.
we really love Stephanie here.
My mentor, Kelly, is the absolute best. I love her. She shows me what she's been working on, and although I may not necessarily understand it, she answers any questions that I have. And she's given me resources into certifications that I've expressed interest in. She sent me Quizlets and all of her study notes for the Sec Plus, for example. So she's amazing, and she definitely helps me be successful.
Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, it's so clear from all of our mentors that they just want like us to succeed beyond our internship here, which is a really good feeling, because I don't know. I mean, I've never had such a hands-on mentor be so involved in my success outside of Trilogy. Like they truly want the best for us and in our careers. So it feels really good to have that kind of support behind us.
One I originally was going to say, and I forgot it, that gives Mike a lot more credit, is that I hope you guys take too, is that he's like, I came to him one time after I got the permissions to do something. I was like, Mike, I'm scared I'm going to break this. Like, what if I break it? He's like, Wyatt, you're gonna break so many things in your career. Like, people are going to be messaging you like, oh my gosh, what did you do? You took down this whole service. He was like, just like, be thoughtful in what you're doing, be careful, but it's going to happen. You're inevitably going to happen. And sure enough, later that day, I text Mike, I broke it. I think Jaylee messaged me. She's like, is this thing still working? I was like, oh my gosh. I was panicking. But it helped me feel better knowing that, like, okay, like he was right. This is going to happen. So I feel like every piece of advice he's given me, it's like already came back full circle. Like, oh my gosh, Mike was right.
Right, right, totally. I agree with, like, Matt. I've brought this so many times up during the internship, but in the first week, he said, like, get it to its dumbest version. Like, think dumbest versions. And I'm somebody who can get really stuck on a task being overwhelming, and I'm just like, oh my god, it looks like a monster, but it's really like a puppy. But in my head, it's a monster. And whenever he says, or whenever he told me, like, just get the dumbest version of something down, I'm like, it turns that monster into the puppy for me. But it's helped literally with everything so far in this internship. Like, I always, if I'm stuck on something, I just think dumbest version, just get the dumbest version. And just to start that way, it gets the ball rolling, and then it looks less and less scary as you go. And then Mike also said, if you're going to fail fast. Love that. I have used that once, which we will touch on. So how would you guys describe the company culture in one word, and why?
I got one. I'd say passionate. I think everybody who I've talked to, I have a bad habit. I'm sure it's exhausting to hear. I apologize every time I reach out to somebody. Like, I'm sorry. Can you help me with this? Or I'm sorry. Here's this. They're like, please don't be sorry. Like, we are so happy that you are helping with this. Like, thank you. Like, I'll get thanks back. I'm like, what? I'm bothering you during your day. And people just really want to see us succeed. Like so many people are involved in this internship and being passionate about our success in it and what we do here and afterwards. And that's just like, it makes you be passionate about it too.
For sure. I would say disciplined. Everybody here has been very successful, whether previous in their career or at their career at Trilogy. So I would say that they're very, very disciplined. discipline people.
Totally, definitely.
I was thinking intelligent, so that kind of bounces off of what you were saying. Everyone from our 5-on-1s, we were exposed to so many positions within the company, and everybody, came from such great backgrounds, and how they came to Trilogy has just like hearing their journey was just so aspiring. So, yeah.
I think my word would be growth. Trilogy really does everything to help us grow and learn, and their other employees as well, and West Virginia as a whole. So they're really committed to just society growing, and that's an amazing thing to see.
Absolutely. I would say impact. And being from West Virginia, and maybe those from West Virginia can understand, but you can kind of get like sucked into the mentality of like, oh, it's West Virginia, like, but being in this internship really like reignited my love for West Virginia, and it highlighted the pockets that need help, and it made me feel like, oh my gosh, they need help, I want to help. Like I don't know, it kind of brought my love for West Virginia back, and the impact that they have on the state and that they continue to have with the growth that they're growing so fast, but the jobs that they're creating for people in West Virginia, and not only that, but like, the community work that Joe Mazie does with the senior citizens, teaching them about cybersecurity and how to keep safe from spams and scams, and that he wants to kind of like broaden that scope to younger age groups, and that's something that everybody of every age can kind of relate to. In this day and age, it's getting so much stronger. So to combat that and to have like a force behind it to educate those around the state is wonderful. And that's just with Joe Mazie. I know that there's so much other impact that can be done throughout Trilogy, but that's a word that really stuck out to me, because everywhere they go, it seems that they leave impact. It's not just about getting a job done or hiring a new person for them to get a job done. It's about like, how can we make an impact on these people's lives? So yeah, I would. That's my word for them. And I think all those words are awesome. Like the passion, I can totally see there. They are all so passionate about their jobs and other people in the company, and how they put family first. It's awesome. And then I was going to say knowledgeable. So they are all so smart. It's so impressive. I mean, Trilogy's, their staff is such a force. So how could they not make impact, Did you have a favorite memory or funny moment during your internship?
This is probably the first day. We were all kind of just still getting to know each other and kind of trying to break the ice. And whenever we all got in your car and we just started listening to music and hanging out, when everything kind of just like the ice broke and we were all good from that point.
Yep.
That was really cool.
I loved that day. That was so fun. We gained like 4 new friends.
I was going to actually say the exact same thing. I'm like, from the second we all kind of went in your car and broke the ice, and then from there on out going to coffee shops and just building our relationship. That's my favorite. I know that's like more than one moment, but like those are my favorite moments, just like us building genuine connections. And then like every time we're with each other, I just feel time flies, and I can tell every time like our comfortability is there, and I don't know, we're just so collaborative. It makes me so happy. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to miss our, coffee dates and hanging out.
Happen.
Yes.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can still happen.
So yeah, I'll miss you guys too, but I'm just saying we have to make plans after this.
Oh, yeah,
so.
sure.
I mean, such a cool part of this is that it's not just, we don't feel like coworkers, like we're all our friends. So like we will go out and we'll go get tacos at the Stone Tower, Brews, which are slap, by the way. And like we'll just all hang out and just talk, and it's just so natural and it's really cool.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like since I'm not really immersed in all of the work that you guys do, I definitely have that like friend forward feel to you guys, and so I'm gonna miss you guys a lot. Oh, let's not talk about it. Oh, a funny moment. I did want to bring up my favorite funny moment in Trilogy is Tilly the squirrel. In every crevice of Trilogy, he's gonna be brought up, and like even Natalie last week, she sent us like a screenshot of her Windows like computer. They always have the like little backgrounds whenever you open your computer. Hers was a squirrel. She was like, I have no clue if you guys did this, but I love it. And we were talking about Tilly, and yeah, he was there day one. I'm sure he'll be there. at our capstone. So
Yeah, the stuffed animal, right, in the office.
We should
Billy,
bring
he's
him
there.
to the capstone.
Oh, we should. That's such a good idea.
yeah, we can incorporate him in our capstone somehow presentation. So I loved that. I loved that she reached out and was like, if you guys just don't even, if you didn't take credit for it, just don't even say that. Like, I love it. So, yeah, and the Ross Lynch.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just the attempt to sneak Ross Lynch into our wallpaper was crazy.
Yes,
It's
that
a shame
was
that didn't
awesome.
work, but it's funny someone got it. Like, what is this?
Yeah, Jaylee called me and was like, do you see Ross Lynch on your computer? And I was like, no. Like, and then we were trying to figure out who did it, who made the policy.
I thought it was Wyatt, so I texted Wyatt. I was like, oh, nice secret policy. He said, what?
I know. Well,
I instantly was like, Matt, and he was like, I take bribes now.
So there's a lot of silliness. I feel like, I don't know. There were a lot of funny moments, but and it's easy to have fun in this environment. They kind of encourage it, and even the stand-ups. Like sometimes we would hop on a stand-up. Mike is like completely Matt is like completely animated character. Like it's just they always keep us on our toes. So if you could go back to your first day, what would you tell yourself? It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I might tell myself, like, it's so hard. It's hard because, to be fully transparent, if I could go back, I would change everything I had done, which I expressed to Kayla last week because I was kind of worried about how I'm going to set up my capstone because I was like, if I could go back, I would change everything. Like, and she was like, Farrah, that's the whole point. Like in 3 months, you've grown so much that you can see what you would change if you could go back and how that can make like a better or a worse impact. And so I would maybe just say like, you know, utilize everyone, ask for everything you want. But most importantly, like if you could go back and see yourself doing things differently, it means you're exactly on track, because that can somewhat feel a little bit discouraging, like having the feeling of like, oh, I wish I could go back and do things differently. But at the same time that it could be, or at the same time I could be thinking of it as a missed opportunity, it's totally not. It's totally something I will take forward, and you know, I can change those things in the future for my future endeavors. And now I know it's all about learning. It's all about failing and you know, seeing how you pick yourself back up or how you would change things in the future to make it better. So I would say just, yeah, don't get discouraged if you feel like you can always do things better, because
shows your growth, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. So I think that's what I would tell myself first day.
If you had to say to relax a little bit, I walked in there so nervous because it was my first internship experience, and you know, like the intern like stereotype where like you feel like you are like you got to be like behave and you got to be in your niche corner, but then I mean, of course you get into Trilogy and we've met all these people, met you guys, and you learn that like your box to grow is like infinite, and that everyone here is like happy to have you here, and that they're so friendly and they want you to reach out as much as you can. So maybe in that way, like just be more myself, be more open and willing to talk, I think would have did me better for sure.
I would tell myself something similar, such as like, you know, it's a new experience. Everyone is nervous because, you know, anything new is intimidating, especially maybe having this first experience, like breaking into like the corporate America, or like, you know, your first professional, you know, experience. So I would tell myself, I'm not the only one with this feeling, you know, and everybody, you know, cares and wants to do their best, and everyone's nervous and intimidated because you didn't really know what to expect. So, yeah.
That's a good answer.
I definitely agree. I think I would tell myself that I can do it. Like, I was so nervous my first day, and I didn't think that I was going to be able to do anything that we were tasked to do, but we've done it all and even more.
I would tell myself to probably ask more questions. I think I did ask a lot of questions and I learned a lot from it, but with all the resources we have, I probably could have done more. And I feel like I would have wanted to do more, I guess I would say. So that's also tapping into the growth thing, looking back. So.
Right. There's no real wrong answers, because whatever we would change can be done in the future. Like it's something that, I mean, that is like a part of us that we won't be able to get back, because we already know so much more than we ever did, or that we did then. So, was there a time you failed or struggled, and how did you bounce back?
Well, I would say my failure this internship would be when I first failed my SC200. But how I bounced back from it was, as soon as, instead of like, being sad about it, I immediately opened my laptop at home, and anything I could remember from the exam, I created like a 50-card Quizlet about. And I feel like doing that and just, not being discouraged right away helped me pass it the second time. And also utilizing kind of better resources such as those practice questions, I think really put me in a better position. So it was hard. It took a lot of discipline and, a lot of applying myself, but just doing those things and approaching it differently the second time really set me up.
Yeah, that's all. I feel like that's not all it takes, but like it's so good that you didn't let yourself get discouraged and like just went straight back into like the grind of, okay, I'm gonna pass. So that's how you do it.
Along the same lines as you, Bree, when I took my first attempt at the exam, it didn't work. And I called Farrah bawling my eyes out. I was so sad and just so nervous that I couldn't even do the exam. But after you helped me calm down, I was able to take it again, and I just got right back into it, like you said.
That's awesome. I felt so helpless whenever you called me that day. I really felt just terrible, and you were the first intern to try it. So I just felt so bad. But to see you, so you were the first to try it, and then your exam didn't work, and then you were the first to retake it, and the very first to pass. So I remember that, you called me again afterward, and we were like, Farrah, I passed. I was like, no way.
I felt so bad. I was like, Farrah, you won't believe. I feel awful. I passed.
Oh, I believed it. I mean, you guys were ready. You guys had put so much work into it that I knew you guys would be set. So I just remember being so proud, and I just instantly was like, okay, they're gonna do this. Like, they're gonna pass. It's gonna be awesome. And Pearson on View is it's finicky. So I mean, I took my first one, and I also had technical problems, so I had to reschedule it, and I still didn't pass. However, I didn't let it discourage me. It was my own fault. I didn't give myself enough time to take it. So that having to rush through it. So this is where Mike comes back up in my head. If you're gonna fail, fail fast. In this instance, I really didn't have the time to be going through 65 questions. The appropriate time I would want. So instantly, whenever I realized I didn't have enough time, I was already proctored up on my exam. I said, and Mike was there saying, if you're gonna fail, fail fast. I went through as fast as I could, and I answered things the best of my ability. And my score, I'm happy with my score, given that the little time that I had. And I'm honestly just motivated to take it again, because I now know the applications I need to restudy or kind of look more into whenever I decide to retake it again. So it was kind of just nice to fail fast and get the score that I got, see where my knowledge lied, and see where I can improve that in my next study for it. So I would say that's how I bounced back, is kind of just getting the applications that I wasn't so polished up on, and just giving myself ample time to do it for the next time I decide to take it. So yeah,
maybe my first thought goes to when I instantly broke the inventory. I mentioned earlier the inventory management system. I broke it to the point where you couldn't even get on the website at all. Everybody was doing work on it, and now no one could do any work on it. And I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, what could I have done? This is really bad. We may lose everything here. But I kind of just said, okay, what have I done? What would I have done to broke this? What kind of state is it in now? And just tried to kind of backtrack and follow in my footsteps, just not get so panicked and tunnel vision, just kind of okay, let me read about it, let me do a little more research. Maybe I didn't really know what I was doing when I was messing around. And we keep talking about Mike. Mike's just such a ball of like wisdom. Like I swear, like if every time he talks, I feel like I really need to like soak it up, because he just has so much information to give to me, and he's so kind, and he didn't have to, but I was like, Mike, I broke this. Can you help me out? And he got on with me, and we kind of worked through it, kind of rubber ducking with him, but also him doing his own research into it, and we kind of ended up coming back to the same spot. And he was like, bam, we got the fix, and we turned it back on, and it was just such a relief, such a good learning moment for me. Like technically, like, oh my gosh, I broke this thing, now I know how to fix it maybe, but also like when this thing really needs to be fixed, there's really an issue that like is really urgent, staying calm about it and just using my resources to get it fixed was a good learning moment.
Absolutely. I'm sure that's such a good point you brought up, that he's a ball of wisdom. You don't even know what he's going to drop on you, and then it just drops and you're like, wait, say that again. Like I need to write that down.
That's never been wrong. Like
Yes.
It always comes back. You're like, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. All right. What's one thing you wish you had asked or done earlier in your internship?
I think I would have asked to sit in on more talks and meetings and stuff, because they have been amazing at letting us do those things. As soon as, even when we haven't even asked, they've been like, hey guys, you guys are welcome to we come to this thing. And it's like, what, we were invited to? Like, that's such an honor. Several talks and conversations and stuff that, they didn't have to do that for us. And they've encouraged us, like, please reach out to more people. And I think I wish I would have did it more sooner, just to get more time with it. Yeah.
I totally agree. I'm in the same boat. I wish there were some times I wanted to reach out to Bill, and I like slipped my mind. I never got to it, and I wish so bad that I just kind of Teams chatted people more, and just started a conversation with them. Which, I talked to Bill. I talked to Bill a lot in person. We get to a lot of, and we've Teams chatted a little bit, but I would have loved to walk through, like, kind of how he got to where he is now. And I'm sure that's not off the table. That's the thing, is that I feel like with this internship, I feel like we've networked so much and gotten to meet so many people that I feel comfortable reaching out to them, like, outside of this experience. Last night, I'm starting my sourdough journey. So I was gifted a sourdough starter. I've denied them in the past because I wasn't ready. But I've been gifted a sourdough starter, and so naturally I'm on edge. This past week has been crazy. And so last night I was like frantically texting Melissa about my sourdough starter. It had rose, and I was making my dough for it, and then it was passing the float test, and then it started to sink, and I was like, oh no. So I was texting her what was going on, and I instantly get a call from her. I answer it, and we make a game plan of how I'm gonna fix my sourdough. And so just to have that, like, they do not have to be calling me on a Sunday evening talking about sourdough with me, but like, it's just nice to have the connection, and I feel so lucky to have it now, but I wish I would have reached out sooner to more people to have that kind of connection with more people in the company. But yeah.
Yeah, those 5-on-1s we did were a big part of that. Like the Trilogy and our people inside have facilitated meetings, all of us interns, with like key personnel in the company, and like just letting us ask them questions, letting them talk to us about what they've done, where they're at, why, what they like, what they don't like. It allows a lot of like learning, like experience, like, okay, you see all these different backgrounds and where people navigate through their careers, but also like we get to know them personally a lot better. Like I feel so much better reaching out to like anybody anymore, because you got to have those nice talks with them, and it was really insightful and cool.
Right. It is cool.
I love learning more about them. Like, I just, every time we have those 5-on-1s, I learn so much more than just, even career sense, like just them as human and the wisdom that they give us to carry on. It's awesome. I wish we had a 5-on-1 with everybody in the company. That's a lot of 5-on-1s though. But the executive level ones were really knowledgeable, like just to know what, like, a CEO does in a day, or what the president does in a day, like, the difference between Randy and Brandon's jobs. Like, in my head, I didn't really have a clear understanding the difference between like a CEO and a president before, but now, like, to get a feel of their roles, it's so different, and so like they still work such different but still in tandem with each other. And I think just like as a company, the 5-on-1s, it was just eye-opening. So I guess I just wish I reached out more one-on-one with people that I didn't really get 5-on-1s with too. So yeah. If you could redo one project with everything you know now, would you change anything?
My mind goes straight to the licenses. So it's a me error, but I did it in the most tedious way possible. So for example, with the Microsoft licenses, I didn't know how to navigate the 365 admin portal yet. So it just took me longer to find the information I needed. So if I were to go back and do it again, knowing what I know now, I could have streamlined it like 10 times faster than I did it. But it was a good learning experience, and I know so much about Microsoft licensing, which I feel will be a valuable skill going forward. So
Yeah, that's the whole point. I mean, you'll never make that mistake again.
Right.
You know, you can't. You know more now, so totally.
I would definitely change how I studied for the SE200. We primarily focused on the Microsoft Learn modules, and they don't really map to the exam material very well. In fact, some Microsoft modules aren't even referenced on the exam. So I would study more of like the questions, the practice questions that we found, rather than focusing on all of the modules that Microsoft presents.
Yeah. It's tricky. Like, there's such an influx of exam information out there. It's hard to know what to study. So it's impressive you guys kind of narrowed it down to what works.
I think I would say one maybe mistake I made in the beginning with the asset tracking and finding all of the things that we needed to find, all the information we needed to find within Trilogy. I tried to go it alone too much and tried to just find what I could find on my own. But towards this end here, I've had so much help from other people in Trilogy. Like, of course, you guys have been amazing, but also like Natalie, for example, has helped me so much with like giving me these nice, pretty, awesome tables of like all the data I ever need to do what I can do, and it's just been so much more easy to flow. Like, I wouldn't have. She's made me feel so comfortable working with her, like to reach out to her, and I know how busy she is, so like for her to take the time to do that with me, it's been awesome. Just maybe using those resources more, like using the people in Trilogy more to my benefit to get what we need to get done.
It is nice, like how helpful everybody is, and it's almost like, I don't know, I almost hesitate to reach out because you just don't want to be that person that's like pestering. But so that's kind of where like I wish I would have, not felt that way, because I don't think anybody's feeling like I'm pestering them. You know, like it's different. What's next for you after this internship? I don't want to think about it.
Hopefully graduate and then apply for security analyst roles.
Yeah.
Junior security analyst roles. That's the goal.
Cool.
Hopefully that works.
Yeah.
I think for me, I got my last year of school. Hopefully get through that. No senioritis, none of that. I hear all these bad things, but then I think just continue to stay in touch with people that I've gotten to meet. I've already expressed that I definitely have interest in a job like at a company like Trilogy, or this has really helped me find a nice path where I want to go with my career, and so just trying to pursue that the best I can, any way I can. Yeah.
That's awesome. Has Trilogy kind of helped you like I don't know, did you have a path after? So before the internship, did you have a path where you saw yourself going after, and did this kind of change that?
So I had, it's funny, like I had kind of a direction. I was like, I think this is a really cool new opportunity, like new career path for me to go down with a prior work experience. And this internship, like it's such a crazy like blessing, like coincidence, such a good opportunity for me that this internship has been what it is, like, because it's in that same vein of that career path, and it's just only solidified my desire to want to like better myself in this way. So it's just been a good like confirmation, like, yes, this is good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
How about you guys? What's next for you?
Well, I'm going into my senior year, so graduation in May. Other than that, the job search. I'd love to work for a company similar to Trilogy as well. I've just really loved it here. So hopefully something in either software development or security.
Yeah.
So for me, I still have 2 more years left of school, but during my time in school, I really want to focus on, completing my studies to the best of my ability, but also grasping at every opportunity for hands-on experience. I just feel the more experience I have and I complete in school, the better I'm just going to feel about my capabilities once I graduate. And I feel it's really going to help me, not only just having the experience, but just myself individually obtain a job. And my last semester of senior year, I will be mass applying, but I do hope to land a job either similar, like you guys are saying, similar to Trilogy or with Trilogy. So.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'm graduated, so what's next for me is mass applying. It's the worst part of job finding.
We're all in it together.
I know. But I would love to work with Trilogy or a company like Trilogy. The work culture is just unbeatable, and I feel so lucky to have like a taste of it, or have had a taste of it this past summer. So, how would you carry this experience with you in your next chapter?
The collaboration work we've done, all the work we've done working together, is definitely going to help me in the future working in actual teams in my actual career. I feel like that'll help.
Definitely.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Definitely learning how to work in a team, but also learning how to communicate in a business setting and using the security tools that we did. We have a strong cybersecurity foundation now.
I would say for me, I hope I'm saying it right, but the Microsoft just enterprise suites, because like in school, it's, you're on the work side or school side of it, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, but we've learned so many like Microsoft services that businesses use, and I feel that is a great advantage, and it's definitely going to help me. And then also professional communication, and as I touched on previously, just being more confident, just more well-rounded. So I feel like this opportunity has set me up immensely for my future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think in the future I can more confidently pick out what kind of a workplace I want to be in. That's such a high bar. I feel like now I have the skills maybe or the knowledge to sift through what would be good for me and what wouldn't be good for me. Like the kind of like a workplace that fosters like is welcoming, they foster a good learning environment. They let you speak, they let you do the things that actually are proper contributions and that are meaningful. Now that I've gotten to do those things, it makes me want more of that. I'm not just going to settle for something that doesn't make me happy.
Yeah, I feel we're so lucky. That's one of the reasons we're so lucky to have had this experience, because there's so many, like you hear so many horror stories for entry-level jobs, like a job right out of college. I feel like that's always like in a negative kind of connotation whenever people are talking about, my job right out of college was, XYZ. But for us, we are going to be looking for such like a high standard for a company, like because we've had the opportunity to work here and kind of know what we like and don't like in a company, or what we love. And so going out and like looking for that in the real world, we are so much more equipped and we know our worth in a career sense better. So I think Trilogy has really helped with that also. And it's just nice to, have this foundational understanding of like what a company, like what kind of company environment is good for us and is bad for us. And yeah, we'll be able to steer clear of anything that won't work out for us, or at least try. So I think that's helpful. That's always worrisome in a company, But from my very first interview with Trilogy, I was like instantly hooked. And then like my 3 other interviews after, I kept getting more and more excited to start here, and because everybody I met they just kept getting more amazing, So definitely going to be hard to top. But I will say with other jobs I've had interviews with, it was from the first interview, whether or not you're into it or not. And so with Trilogy, it was just this forward momentum the whole time. So yeah, I can't look. I mean, we'll know from the first interview. We'll hope. And are there any shout outs or thank yous that you want to give before we wrap this up?
Can I give a shout out to you?
Of course she does.
Farrah is absolutely amazing, and she kills it as a host. You are absolutely a natural, and I think you should have your own podcast. Please invite me.
Okay, first guest, Jaylee McDuff.
But also, like, you have helped me through so much. I can call Farrah at any time of the day, and she instantly makes me feel better. And she has helped me get through many struggles, including the SC200. And she just always helps me. She's absolutely amazing.
Okay, Jaylee, I feel so mutual about this. Is a mutual feeling. I literally call you every single issue I have. I'm like, Jaylee, help me. But yeah, I am so happy to be there for you. So like, literally any of you, please call me at any time of day. I will answer. Like, this can't be our final conversation. This won't be our final
absolutely
conversation.
not. No.
And then okay. So on my first podcast, you guys are all my first guests, not just Jaylee. All of us.
Heck yeah.
The theme will be something. I'm not sure, but okay. And so I shout out you as well. I shout out all of you guys. I like love our intern like group this year. I feel like we're something really special. That's what I've heard from a lot of people in the company, is that, you know, we're just such a collaborative team. So outwardly like friends. Like, we meet up a lot. I would say we meet up fairly a lot, and I don't want that to change. I would love to see you guys and like learn about how your school's going and how your futures are going, and I want to hear about your certifications. Okay, I felt the virtual pinky promise. I know that's going to happen. But what about you, Brianna?
For shout out?
For shout out.
Okay.
Or you don't have to.
Oh no, I have one person in mind. Shout out to Matt for creating such a great program and such a welcoming environment from day one. I'm just so happy that I got this opportunity and everyone else did as well. So, I mean, I couldn't have a better first experience for an internship. So thank you, and thank you guys for being such great coworkers, even though we're more friends. But
I will shout out Jonathan. Thank you for being such a great mentor. I learned a lot from him, so that was great. A lot of the stuff he talked about and told me is going to stick with me for a while. So,
yeah, definitely Matt and Mike. Both of them have just been. I mean, Mike is my mentor. I couldn't have asked for anyone better to give me that kind of mentorship role. I've learned so much from him. Matt's been such an awesome supervisor to us. I mean, he doesn't even feel like a supervisor. He feels like another, like just a friend. Like he's so passionate about what he does and about us doing good. Like, I always feel like I can go to him if I ever need anything. As well as Kayla, actually. I've reached out to Kayla on multiple occasions. I just know she's involved in everything, and she's always been in all of our calls, all of our demos, even our planning and retros. She's been there for, and she's had to do all that. And I've always been able to reach out to her, and she's been so like welcoming to like any questions I've had. She's a beast too. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Shout out Kayla. Shout out shout out Melissa. Shout out Bill. Shout out Jeff. Love Jeff. Shout out Brandon, Randy. Thank you guys for having a wonderful company. Thank you for trusting us interns year after year. And yeah, I mean, shout out Trilogy.
Yeah, shout out everyone.
Team
actually.
Trilogy. Hashtag Team Trilogy. Yeah, I'm so sad that this is ending. Truly, this 3 months has like speed rocketed to the finish line. I just blinked, and all of a sudden we're working on our capstone. Okay, that was, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, nervous, and sad.
Got it out.
Yes.
You just read the room. Everybody's feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Very sad that it kind of hit last night. Like, oh my gosh, this is the last week of it. Like, this went so quick. It's been such a fun experience. I'm so sad. Like, I'm sad it's coming in.
Yeah, it definitely hit me this morning. Like, I got up and I was getting ready, and I was like, and then, well, I was getting ready. It was kind of hitting me. And then I got on the daily stand-up, and they were like, welcome to your last Monday stand-up. I was like, wait, really? That's not fair. It's already hitting me. So, yeah, I don't even know how to soak up the last few days, but I know they're going to go by way faster than I'll allow it. So,
amazing way to end it too, by the way. We get to, it's a scary thought, but it's also exciting, and it makes me proud to be able to like present this to everybody. Like, we get to, at the end of the week, here's everything we've done. We get to show it for however long and just talk about all of the cool things we've gotten to build and celebrate it. And that's really cool. that's an honor.
Absolutely. I agree. I feel so lucky that they want to come and watch us. We have so many virtual people joining our capstone, so many in-person people, and to do it in a place like Reynolds, it's going to be so fancy and so nerve-wracking, but what a great honor, like you said, to be able to present all of our hard work and be recognized for it, and then have a big celebration after, and then we go on and start our big life. So I mean, I just feel so lucky to have you guys as interns with me, and
We're lucky to have you.
thank you guys for being my guests, my first guest, and I could not have more encouraging words to say about this program. Like, if you're an intern, if you're thinking about interning here, do it. Just do it. You're going to grow in ways that you did not know were possible in 3 months, and it's going to be invaluable, the connections that you make and in the people. I mean, not even just Trilogy, but they will set you up with other people that they know. They get you in touch with everybody that they know, and truly they just want the best for your success. So I recommend Trilogy up and down, and I'm going to miss it a lot. So do you guys have any final words before we wrap it up?
Just thank you.
Thank you.
Being a good host. Thank you for everyone who's helped put this together. This is we get to be on a podcast. That's cool. I mean, who gets to say that, you know? So this has been a really cool experience. It's been really fun to share.
Totally, yeah. The podcast thing, like, there's so many ways that we can. There's so many things we can get our hands on here that you wouldn't even think of. And like, I'm so happy you guys had a chance to like voice your opinions, and we get to put this out for the people to see, and they get a taste of our internship and honestly how Trilogy kind of facilitates like the internship as well. And so I feel so thankful for the freedom and the room for growth that they've provided us. So
I'm definitely so thankful to everyone in this room, Kayla, Matt, Mike, Jonathan, like everyone's so awesome, and I'm so happy that I got this experience and I learned so much.
Absolutely. It's time I would never trade for the world. I mean, I just feel like, the growth I would have never imagined to have know as much as I do now 3 months ago, and so that I feel so lucky for. I feel like it's hard to find like a company that's so values their interns so much, and we really found a great company. So I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad we all met. I'm so glad that we were all interns. So, well, if that is all, we will go ahead and wrap this up. And thank you all for watching our Reboot Something podcast, our second intern podcast, and our final intern podcast. So stay tuned in the future. They're going to be doing some awesome stuff, I'm sure. And this is it for our spring 2025 intern cohort. So thank you all very much. And love you, Trilogy.